reality and exhausts itself in the process. People say, "This should not be happening," but it is happening. Arguing with facts does not change them. It only drains energy. Carnegie encouraged people to ask one powerful question: what is the worst that can realistically happen? Not to scare themselves, but to remove uncertainty. Unclear fear is exhausting. Once the worst is clearly named, the mind often relaxes. And here comes one of Carnegie's quiet truths about life. Most of the time, the worst never happens anyway. People suffer through imaginary pain for years over events that never arrive. They lose sleep over disasters that exist only in their imagination. Another thing Carnegie understood deeply was fatigue. He believed many emotional problems were simply tiredness in disguise. A tired mind exaggerates. It loses perspective. It turns small problems into large ones. A rested mind thinks clearly. It solves problems faster and with less suffering. That is why Carnegie insisted on rest before analysis. Sleep first, then think. Trying to solve life while exhausted is like fixing a car while blindfolded. And yet, people do this every day. They skip rest, skip sleep, and then judge themselves harshly for feeling overwhelmed. Carnegie would gently say, "You are not weak. You are tired." That sentence alone has helped countless people. Then there is humor, a topic Carnegie treated with great respect. Humor is not denial. It is distance. When people can laugh at a problem, the problem loses some of its power. Carnegie noticed that people who could smile at their own mistakes recovered faster. They did not turn one awkward moment into a lifelong label. They said, "Well, that was uncomfortable," and moved on. Others said, "This proves I am a failure," and carried it to bed for years. Same event, different story. And stories matter, because the mind lives inside stories. Change the story, and the nervous system changes with it. Carnegie loved simple metaphors. One of the most famous is about lemons. If life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Not because lemonade fixes everything, but because resistance wastes energy. Complaining all night does not remove the lemons. Doing something with them changes the experience. Carnegie never promised an easy life. He promised a lighter one. A life where the mind does not make everything heavier than it already is. Another major source of stress Carnegie observed was the fear of other people's opinions. People lie awake worrying about what someone might think or say. They replay conversations, searching for mistakes that others have already forgotten. Carnegie reminded people of a simple truth. Most people are far too busy thinking about themselves to think about you. The imagined audience in our head is usually much larger than the real one. Trying to manage everyone's opinion is an impossible task. Letting go of that task frees enormous energy. And then there is perfectionism. Perfectionists rarely rest. Even success does not satisfy them, because they immediately raise the standard. Carnegie noticed that perfectionism keeps the nervous system in constant tension. Life does not reward flawlessness. It rewards progress. Even an imperfect decision often brings more peace than endless hesitation. An undecided mind stays alert. A decided mind can rest. And rest is not laziness. Rest is maintenance. A machine that never stops breaks. A mind that never rests does the same. Carnegie believed that many people were not anxious by nature. They were simply exhausted. He once joked that half of humanity's problems could be solved by going to bed earlier. And he was not wrong. A rested brain sees options. A tired brain sees threats. Finally, Carnegie returned again and again to one quiet idea. You cannot control life, but you can control how much of it you carry in your head. Most peace does not come from fixing everything. It comes from putting things down. Putting down yesterday. Putting down tomorrow. Putting down